Launch Your Income friend. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all coming in to join me. We are going to get started. This is my Go Live with Ease and Confidence. We are going to get going and make sure we are learning how to make sure we're navigating this Go Live process. So I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if there's any questions. I'm getting the room activated as we speak. Feel free to comment, like the live, support, and then want to make sure I am supporting you all as well. So come on in if you are new to the room. We're going to get to chatting and talking. I probably have a little bit of a delay on the screen. Hello, friends. Come on in. We are going to get started in a second. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so this is my Go Live. Hello, how are you, friends? Come on in. I appreciate you joining the live. I am getting started as we speak. I'm going to make sure I'm here to answer any questions. You guys see me in real time setting up. So I appreciate you all joining. And in the meantime, I am going to get my TikTok screens going as well. Thank you all for being here. Hello, how are you, friend? How are you doing? Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you commenting and saying hello. And this is my 4 o'clock is Go Live with Ease and Confidence. I want you to feel able to do this. Let me know I'm the only one here. Yes, you're the only one here so far. More will join shortly. My moderator is Michelle Crochet, so she'll probably join as well. But again, this is where, hello, you said you're not, you're not the only one. We have some more people joining now. Yes, never give up on your dreams, friends. That is it. I love that saying. So yeah, we have some more people joining us as we speak. I appreciate that. You said I was, but I told you. Now we have 20 people in the room. So hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Feel free to put comments in the chat. I'm here. Thank you so much, friends. So feel free to put comments in the chat to let me know that you're here. Make sure you like. If you haven't done it already, go ahead and like the live. And then comment, and subscribe. So we're all about subscribing. My moderator, her name is Michelle Crochet. She will be here any minute now. She will come in and she will help support the chat. But go ahead and put comments in as well. And so that way we can make sure we are learning and growing together. And if you have any questions, feel free to write those. And like I said, like the live and subscribe as well. Okay. And so this chat is all about going live with ease and confidence. I co-stream on TikTok so that we all are learning about that process. And I save this on YouTube so that it's a playlist. So you can go back and watch it. If there's anything I said in this live, you can go back and take a look at it and make sure that you have all the information you need to go live successfully. This is our growth season. I say it all the time. This is your opportunity to grow with confidence and make sure that you're being successful. Yes, hello, Frank. You said be nice. I love that. All right, so we're going to get started in just a second. I'm going to get us started. I want to make sure I am supporting all of you all and answering questions as well. And then, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. That's what it's all about. It's no point in being in a rush. Just be calm. All right. And so, like I said, I'm going to get started. This is my, like I said, level up conversation where you can ask questions. But my Go Live with Ease conversation, so you can ask questions. We're going to talk about the Go Live process. And then I am going to make sure I'm here as well. and we're gonna make sure we. Um, Unfortunately, we cannot have people in the room that is being distraction. Life is not a race. How do you get the curly hair? Oh, it's part of hair kit. So appreciate you asking though. Thank you. Which field do you have your PhD in? Actually, I am a doctorate in education, leadership and education. So that's what I have my doctorate in, my PhD. Thank you for asking that. Not I don't always get that question. So thank you so much. And any other questions, let me know. And then I co-stream this on TikTok, so you guys are seeing me in real time set up. So I'll let you guys see. So you can see the room. There's the screen right there. Yep. So you guys can see I am doing the co-stream. I typically have to, well, I guess I got to flip the camera so you guys could have saw it that way. So thank you all. You guys are going to see me in real time make the transition. Let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, my moderator is Yes Michelle Crochets. So she comes in. If she can join us, she may join us shortly. But she'll come in and share information about going live on YouTube. She's my moderator for YouTube, so she shares tips about YouTube, and then she helps you in terms of coaching you to make sure your page is optimized and ready to go. So I'm still in my growth season for YouTube, so a lot of things that I do here and still I need to optimize. There's some things I need to do and work on. A lot of my focus has been on TikTok. So I talk about TikTok quite a bit because that's a lot of where I've had the most early success. So I bring that here. Thank you so much. Appreciate your friend. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone who is in the room. Thank you so much for your support. So we're going to get started. I appreciate all the likes and the support from the room. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. I am here. I'm here live. I'm here to support you. Let me know if you have any questions. Come on in. I am going to be talking about all things going live with ease and confidence. So let me know if you have any questions. No matter if you're shy, you're nervous, you're scared, you can come in and I will support and answer questions. How you doing, Stephanie? Thank you so much, friend. How are you? Come on in, MH. I appreciate you all coming in. Dorothea, thank you so much for joining. M. Hines, how are you, friend? So let me know if you have any questions. We're going to do all things going live. We're going to talk about going live and making sure you are confident and comfortable with this go live process and journey. How you doing, Skin Tea Spill? I appreciate you. Good afternoon, friend. Moni, how are you? How you doing, Mona? Thank you so much for coming in, friend. We're going to talk about all things going live, natural nature beauty. How are you, friend? Come on in. Let's see. I appreciate you all coming in to support the live. Tiffany, how are you? Thank you so much. Sliding back through. I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. How you doing, Miss Darlene? How you doing, friends? Hello. Is it Jalezzi? Jalizzi? Thank you. No, let me know if I said that right. Jalizzi? Appreciate your friend. Come on. Thank you so much for coming. How are you, Miss Darlene? Thank you for the daily heart me, Tiffany. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Uh, Oh, how you doing, friends? Thank you so much. You know what? I'm on my live here, so I appreciate you joining, but this is probably not the right room for you. How you doing? Yes, Michelle Crochets. Appreciate your friend. Yes, we got another friend that's in there that probably should not be in the room. We're gonna put them in time out. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. All of you who are coming in and joining, thank you so much for coming in. I see you all. Guys, I co-stream on the YT, so you always have to kind of monitor the chat. And my friend, my moderator, Yes Michelle Crochet, she just came in too, and she's been moderating. Hello, how you doing, Brenda? How's everything going, friend? Appreciate you coming in. So yeah, that's it's a difference in terms of how the YT operates versus TikTok. So definitely a different environment. We are a professional room for learning. This is an adult only chat. Exactly. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Okay, so as you guys know, like I said, this is where I started off going live. My 4 p.m., my go live with ease, with confidence. It's my room for my shy, my nervous people, my introverts, my people who are afraid, my people who are trying to see if this is even for them. So I answer questions. I make sure that you feel like you can ask them here. This is a safe space. And the goal, obviously, is for you to just think about your journey here. So I was one of those people where I was like, you know what? I want to try this. I don't want to be nervous and afraid anymore. And at the end of the day, I want to think about, how do I level up? How do I monetize? How do I think about ways that I can make an additional passive income? So that's really why I came to TikTok, because I was one of those people where I was like, oh, people are making money on this app. So let me think about how I can do this, but do it in a way that's authentic to me. And so that's how all of this has come about. And I just continue to do it. So, but let me know if you have questions. He said, it's for me. It's for me. Yes, yes, friend. Um, and so let me know. Appreciate you, Joseph. Appreciate your friend. Thank you for the comments in the YouTube as well. All right. Miss Latasha, thank you so much. Exactly. Um, Thank you so much, friends. You said my son graduated from high school Friday. Look at you, Wendy. Oh, you have a high school graduate. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, congratulations, friend. First of all, yes, I have the three older ones, and they graduated in the last couple of years too from high school. So they're finishing up their second and third year. They just finished up, and it's a period of transition. I will say that. You said thank you, friend. Yes. I'm assuming, is he gonna go away or stay local? Thank you so much, Mrs. Tasha. Thank you so much. Um, is he gonna go away or stay local? I wonder. And so I was asking that, like, are you now going to have to deal with the transition of him leaving the nest fully, or is he going to be local enough where he'll commute and come home, or you can get to him like within, a few minutes? He wants to stay local. Okay, there we go. That's good. Yes, I have so my daughter went 2 hours away, and then both of my boys are in the city going to school. One goes to the UCF, which is the big school right here in Orlando, and the other one goes to the community college. And so, yes, now two locals. Yes, yes. So that's good. That's good. Though my daughter being away, she's not far away, but again, it is away. So it's just something to think about. How you doing? Holla cute by Holla cute. How are you, friend? I love the name. Thank you so much, all who are coming into the room. So we're gonna get started. You guys see where I'm in a different orientation. So I have my tablet that's elevated. This is a new feeling for me. I'm trying to decide if I like it. I think I like the tablet. I do like the tablet. I don't know if I like the orientation. So I think I almost feel like if I could switch them, and I have a table device that's gonna come soon. I gotta check and see when it's due to deliver. I want to say it's due maybe Thursday. So hopefully that's gonna be a better feel where I can still use the tablet, and then my cell phone could be elevated. So it's just weird having the tablet because I feel like I have to reach up to get to it. That's my only thing. So if I were you, though, I always give feedback to my people new in the room. If I were you, I probably would encourage a tablet also, because the tablet, you can see the screen better. I could definitely see the screen better. I could swipe to the left and see only but the words, and the words are really large for you. Or you could swipe to the right, and when you swipe to the right, you see your real-time analytics. And so I'm saying that out loud because some of you are probably going live and really, maybe you've missed that. Maybe you haven't never swiped left or right before, but I want to make sure I share that just in case you need to know that. I joined the mentoring by Richard. How do you feel about this? I joined the mentoring by Richard. Who is Richard? How do you feel about this? Isaiah? Let me make sure you're in the right room. I don't know who Richard is. Let me know what you mean by that. Let me make sure you're in the right room. You might be in the wrong room, friend. I don't know who Richard is, but thank you so much for joining. Let me know if you have any questions. You have a newer account too, and you have no bio. Oh, with UBC, Rich. Oh, Isaiah. Okay, all right, Isaiah. I know who you're talking about now, Richard. Richard, you. Um, You're asking me, what do I think about Richard? What do I think about his mentoring? Richard has, I mean, he's a high earner. I will say that. He has a pretty structured program. I know of a few people who have signed up with him, and I know it's expensive. So, and for what I heard, it really does require you to think very intentionally about your posting, how, because he loves Instagram. He's not on the TikTok side. So I know that much. So TikTok is not what he uses. He uses Instagram heavily. But posting is critical, and he has a strategy. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, friend. It's like Richard. Yes. So yes. So and you joined it. So yes, did you tell me I think I just saw where you wrote you joined it. I joined the mentoring. Yes, you did. Still celebrating, Dr. Lisa. Gotta go now. Thank you. I appreciate your friend for being here, Wendy. Yes, you did. So with that being said, you're serious. You must be serious. You're real serious. Open my TikTok, couldn't use the same account. What do you mean? I opened my TikTok, can't use the same account. Can't use the same account for what? Let me know what you meant by that, Nature Beauty. Let me know what you meant. Still, so yeah, come on in, other people. I appreciate you all coming in. Thank you so much. Yeah, Isaiah, let me know if you have questions. You can certainly inbox me. I know a little bit about it. So his program. I'm not in it. I will say that I'm not in it. So with that, I'm not in it because I knew he had favored Instagram too. And I am still I post over there, but I'm not focused on Instagram yet. I'm focused on the YT as well as TikTok. And those are areas they're not doing right now. So I know for that reason alone, I was like, I'll pass. But I think he's a good mentor in general. But a lot of it does require you to be really, to a certain extent, fairly tech savvy. I don't know if his program is very beginner friendly. Maybe that's what I would say from what I've heard, the feedback I've heard so far. I don't know if it's totally beginner friendly. And then the whole live streaming, he relies a lot on content creation. So you got to be willing to do the content creation piece. But thank you for asking. Let me know if you have any other questions. Dr. Peggy said, "Hey, Dr. Lisa, when I went live without green screen, pics of my checkout page, no restrictions. Yay!" I was yeah, like I said, when you said that, I was like, ooh. Already, he offers a lot of IT support. That's good. You're pretty smart already. He offers a lot of IT support. Interesting, interesting. Yeah. Yes, I could see him. I could see him offering that. Like I said, I know of a few people who did it, and again, I think it's a learning curve for them. But again, it's just based on what he's comfortable with. But that's good that he offers IT support. I think that was it. Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah, because you know what, the green screen, like I said, they've been very particular about that use of green screen, and people have been heavily relying on it. And that's part of the new community guidelines where they totally took that away. So your ability to use that, yeah, I never used it, to be honest with you. I didn't like the way, you're kind of like this floating head. It's like a weird way you present. So I never really cared for the green screen effect. I'll pull the green screen in front of me with the hand palm, but I never do it as part of my background. I think that's what you were saying. You were making it part of your background, or were you making it part of the forward screen? And so I just flip my camera. And so when you flip your camera, that's better because people can easily click your photo and click out of your live, essentially go into your profile, which is not, for whatever reason, is not taking people out of the app because they're still kind of in the app still. So it's good. And with Stan is integrated, so it doesn't give you that broken link message that you might get with Beacon and some of the others. So it really is a better way to do it. I'm not sure if you use Stan Store, but I think that's part of why it doesn't get you any kind of fake engagement or any other those other violations that may seem as if you're removing people from the app. So you got to be careful about that message. Okay, TikTok is giving us a flash go. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much coming on in. Appreciate you all joining. So we're going to do the flash goal. It is the heart puff. So if you could do one heart puff per person, I appreciate you. The Daily Heart Me. Thank you so much. How you doing, Trisha? Thank you so much. Empower. How are you? And I'm going to do my commercial for YouTube in a second to make sure I do that as well. Thank you all who are coming in, giving the flash goal. So we're going to set that up. Hello. How you doing, Luna? Thank you so much, friend. How you doing, Granny? How are you, Granny D? Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, Michelle Crochets is in the building. Thank you. Appreciate you. Holla Q, how are you, friend? I just invited somebody by accident, didn't I? I'm sorry. That was an accident if I hit invite. Thank you so much, everybody who's coming in. And we got the heart puff there, so it'll be 4 more before we achieve it. But thank you so much. And then let me do my commercial real quick, because you guys know, I always say this, you guys know I am co-streaming. So this is what I do. You guys see me on the screen here. I show this because I'm actually on the YT as well. He said, I'm gone. My moderator and YouTube coach is Yes Michelle Crochets. If you are interested or you are trying to think about, launching your page, getting your page up and running, she's the person I use. So I gift her to you guys. You guys can connect with her. She's helping me with my channel and getting it up and running. And I'll be honest with you, I'm still kind of doing this, and I'm not doing it where I'm checking all the boxes. I'm trying to get better at it. I did my thumbnails. There's some videos I need to create. I got some things that I'm trying to do. But what I do right now is I co-stream and I make this a saved playlist. Okay, so if I ever say anything in here and you're like, oh, I want to go back and listen to what she said, you could go back to the playlist. It's there for you. So it'll be there for you. Actually, with the way I co-stream now, I actually have to wait until the evening to cut it on because it comes up private once I end the live. But I go back and turn it on. So it'll be there tonight or definitely tomorrow. You can see it. But Michelle is, yes, Michelle Crochet. She's my moderator. So if you go to my live now, you can chat with her. She's in the chat. If you have questions, if you're curious about it, definitely do it. Definitely connect with her. She's your person. And I'm saying that for my YT people as well. She's your person. And then on top of that, if you like our live, comment and subscribe, or go to any of our content, we get notifications for the content. Whether it's a short form or long form video, if you comment, then I can see that and I go to your page and I do the same for you. I like, comment, and subscribe to you. So you always want to subscribe last because that's considered fake engagement if you don't watch something. So YouTube is a search engine. I say that all the time. I want you all to know that that is a search engine. So you want to make sure you're being intentional about watching something before you click that subscribe button. And so we'll do it the same for you. So you get 2 people for the price of 1 just by coming through and saying hello and just connecting with us. So that way you can grow your other channels. Thank you all for coming in. How you doing, Tech Trends with E? How are you, friend? Good afternoon to you as well. Bountiful, thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. Hello, how you doing, For Lovely? Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so we'll get started. Like I said, this is my Go live with ease. We'll go live with confidence. This is for my new people. I typically ask if you're new to my room. I appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much, everyone in the room there. I appreciate you all joining. So if you have questions, let me know. This is for specifically for my new people. If you're like, okay, what's happening in this app? What do I do? There's a few of you who don't have any blue boxes. Like For Lovely, you don't have a blue box yet. My friend who was chatting with me earlier, you didn't have a blue box either. So I just want to make sure you guys know exactly what to do as you're navigating on live, Isaiah. So yeah, as you are navigating on live and putting comments in, you always want to make sure that you are fully engaging. And so I teased earlier, Dr. Lisa, my breath of fresh air. How are you, friend? I appreciate you. So I teased earlier in my 10 o'clock, but it is kind of true where you see the blue boxes that people have. It's kind of a bias. So you want to make sure that you are not somebody where people are looking like, oh, maybe you're not a high engager. Maybe you really don't understand this app and how to fully engage. So there's a couple things you want to do. You want to make sure that you are liking the live. So you'll see people with the icons are running because people are actually liking the live. So that is part of what you want to do. You get points for those likes. You want to make sure you're sharing out the live. As a live host, I share out my live. So you want to make sure you share the live out. I'm going to share my live out. If I touch the middle of the screen, touch my glasses or nose, and if you touch my glasses or nose, it allows you to then see a list of your supporters and you could share the live out to those individuals. So I spend some time sharing my live out, letting people know I'm here and they can come to the live to support the live. And you want to make sure you're actively sharing your live out to people too. Okay, so that becomes another way to increase your engagement. Okay, and so I just shared out my live out to some people. You want to share the live out as well. And so as you have more people come to your live, more engagement happening, that's more support. When I tell people all the time, when you come into someone's live, and this is just, I teach this because I want you guys to recognize this when you go live. If you come to someone's live, you are actually saying, I'm here to support. I'm in a committed relationship. I am here for this relationship. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you, Allie. And so you come to the live, you are engaging, you're commenting. That's important. That's engagement. You're tapping the screen. That's engagement. You can click the link and copy the link. TikTok doesn't know where it goes, but you can share the live out. That's engagement. Or you could touch my nose or glasses in the middle of the screen, share the live out that way to, it's called a power share where you share it out to multiple people. So again, that is support. That's free support. You'll see right here it says 14.k likes right now. That's from tapping the screen. Those are people who are actively tapping the screen. And so if you're listening to someone and you're taking all their information in, you're tapping the screen and listening. Or if you're going to engage, you're making sure you engage with people. So Allie, the way you engage is perfect. The way Trisha engaged, perfect. That's it. You just come in and you make sure you click the person's photo. You can follow them or follow them back. Do the @ symbol. Make sure that you put a comment. You don't ever dry tag people. That's what's dry tagging, when you don't put a comment. You put a comment and then you say, hello, how are you? You say something in a statement or a full sentence. You try to avoid the word scoop, follow, gotcha, because that signals to TikTok as if it's fake engagement, that you are not truly trying to engage. You're just getting a follow for follow's sake. And that was part of the whole grow room culture. You hear those engagement rooms, that's the new name for them now. But essentially, oh, Erin, you know what? I always forget you have the two different accounts. How are you, friend? Iridescent. You said it's me, it's iridescent. How are you, friend? Okay, do you think that different times of day matter to go live? You know what I will say? I always start with go live when you are able to go live consistently. So your consistency matter. Laugh out loud. It's okay. Your consistency matters in terms of how you're able to do this. You don't want to go live one day and then don't go live again for another week or another 2 weeks. You want to be in a point where you can go live, ideally daily. That's ideal, because daily is going to give you a full opportunity to understand how your live is performing. You can see day to day what's happening in your live, how people are engaging back, how people are responding to you. Now, if you go live a couple days a week, you might be able to catch on a little bit, but it's going to take a minute for TikTok to get to know you and get to push out your live to the FYP. You said I started going live every morning, daily. Okay, perfect, awesome. Okay, so you get analytics on the back end. Here's what I say about the analytics. I'm just going to say from my perspective. Now, somebody else might say, you know what? Because I'm a data driven person, so I like looking at data. But somebody else may think different than me. When you start going live, a couple things are going to happen. People try to center their live around when they're followers. So they give you analytics that says, here's the times your followers are live. Okay. I said that's good data. Don't get me wrong. However, when you start going live, your live gets pushed out to the FYP. Your live is going to get pushed out by your people in your room that are sharing your live out. So your live is going to evolve. Your followers are going to evolve. It's going to grow. So that data is going to shift. And it does shift. It shifts to like, oh, now it says one day it'll say a good time for you to go live is 10 a.m. The next time it'll say 2 p.m. or potentially at 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to shift. So I say start with what you can do first in terms of being consistent. You can look at that data and maybe if you have flexibility to tweak it a little bit, say if you're like, okay, you know what, I could do 7, but the data says 8, I'll do 8. That's totally fine, you know, but start with you first to make sure you can be consistent. Um, you say you all know we have 9 babies, got to get up early. Is that what you said? You get 9 babies. Oh Lord, you busy. Oh my gosh. Hello, Jean. How are you? Yes. Yes. So yeah, figure out when you can go live first. How you all doing? How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for joining. Happy Tuesday, Misty. How are you, friend? Come on in. Hello, Nika Grace. How are you, Dee Dee? How you doing, Empowered? I see your friend, Title Gifter. How you feeling? I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, definitely connect with friends. Yes, awesome. Thank you for being the title gifter. Look at there. So, hello everyone. How you doing, Karen? So, TikTok messed me up bad yesterday. What happened? I rescheduled live twice, but couldn't go on. What happened? What was going on? I'm doing good eating pancakes for dinner. I love that, Jean. My kids are watching with me. We love your hair. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Tell everybody I said hello. So I keep um, failing miserably coming up with a regular live schedule. How cute, really? You know what? I meant to ask you what's your schedule because I need to pop in on you again. When do you go live? I thought you had a regular schedule. When is you don't have one yet? Karen, look at that. I was your first gift. Karen. Okay, Karen, I got to talk about the blue boxes because of you now. I'm going to talk about them in a second, but thank you for the daily heart me, friend. So you get it, you understand. He's like, I need to do something. People doing this daily heart me. um, so how cute, when is your schedule? Tell me when your schedule is too. So let me do this real quick. So my blue box, I'm gonna talk about the blue boxes. I appreciate everybody that's coming in. Thank you for the follows. I was not loading and kicking people. I was not loading and keep kicking people off a lot yesterday around 2 and then around 8. It was not loading and kicking people off. Oh, you're talking about TikTok was not loading. You know what? It was acting glitchy for me too. I had to actually, the reason why I'm on my tablet, you're so welcome. Thank you so much, friend. The reason I'm on my tablet is because I'm normally on my phone. Because of it was acting glitchy. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's my phone. I do think it was my phone, to be honest with y'all. Although my YouTube people are here and they're like, I'm fine. But it was my phone because I know I've done some videos and the sound is going out on it. I don't know what's going on with my phone quality. I think my phone is over me doing these lives. So I probably need to switch to the tablet just because so my phone can get a break a little bit. Do you know how to get your daily heart rate from the computer? Dee Dee, I don't think you can. I heard gifting and daily heart me, the coins ability. I don't think you can. I believe you can't. I think that's the case. I don't think you can. Anybody else, tell me if you can do it from a laptop or a desktop, not a tablet. Tablet, you can do it. Phone, you can do it. But I think if you're on a laptop or computer, you cannot. So let me know if that's changed or if anybody's heard otherwise. The PC was messing up really bad too. Yes. Yeah. I've heard Live Studio when you go there is glitchy. So I've never done it. So that was what I heard early on. People were saying, you know what, it's not worth the time and effort. So you said Apple Tax phone issues. Yes, that too, huh? I can gift. Okay, you can gift. Okay, you can gift on the computer, but you can't do the daily heart rate. Then that might be it. It might just be the daily heart rate that you can't do. You said I can tap, but you can't do the daily heart rate. I'm not sure why. I've heard that though. I heard people say they can't do the phone. I mean, do the computer. So anybody else, if you know, let us know. I'm looking for a heart me. Heart me should be right by my name. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking you can't do it. I don't think it's there. I think that's it. Tap her up. Yep. Thank you so much, EM. How are you, friend? Okay, so really quickly on the phone, I can go. Okay, I am good. Yep. Yeah, the phone, you're fine. I think the computer is the problem. I'm definitely not worth all the headaches. Laugh out loud. I'm getting a new phone soon. Yes. I might be in a business of getting a new phone too soon. All right, friends, let's do this. I just wanted to try something new. Yes, I want to try the computer too, but I've heard so much negative feedback about it, so I don't think it's worth the transition. It is by your name. It's by my name on the computer as well, Jean. Jean, are you on the computer? Let us know if that's where you're seeing it. I like how TikTok looks on the computer. Yeah, it does look better. I do too. I agree. I agree. The lives I set in on. I totally agree with that. Yeah. No on tablet. Yeah, tablet is different. Hello, Nubian. How are you, friend? Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, friends. Okay, so here's what I will say. Engagement, really quickly. We're going to talk about engagement, especially since I have so many new people in the room. I noticed that I have some people with no blue boxes. I have my friend Karen who just gave her first gift, so she has level 1 blue box now. How you doing, Miss Steele? Thank you so much for sharing out the live. Yes, continue to tap, share out the live, comment as you're engaging with people. Put comments in there. That's always a good thing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How you doing, Vibe Wellness Woman? I appreciate your friend coming through. I think I owe you a message because you came in on live yesterday and you were like, "Hey, you need some motivation." Is that what you were talking about, you or me? Let me know who was you referring to. You said yes. I'm gonna message you. Know me. Okay, you were talking about yourself. Okay. I'm gonna message you, friend. I don't want you to get discouraged. I know it goes up and down. And so as you guys know, my room has not been rooming lately. So my room has not been rooming. But again, I understand, a lot of it is TikTok and then some of it is me. And I know I wasn't behaving right on my account. I was searching outside my niche, searching and conducting myself in a different way. And it messed up my algorithm. The algorithm will get confused. So you got to be intentional. Okay, time for a quick Zoom. It's overwhelming. It can get that way. You know what? It can get that way. You just did 6 weeks, so you're really at the 2 month mark, or almost at the 2 month mark of consistently going. So I think this makes sense. Don't get me wrong, it makes sense. I would say as you start doing it more. They tell you all the time it takes 3 months to 6 months for a habit to be, solidified, for something to become a new learned behavior. So you're still in the early stages of getting through this. And I know you've made some tweaks here and there. So it's understandable. But yes, let's get a call. We'll get a call on the books. I'm happy to talk to you. Should we set the topic on our live or just answer the random questions? Allie, you always want to have an outline. You always want to use that title of that your live with keywords that's about your live. So you want to make sure you are thinking about your topic. So this one I say go live with ease and confidence. That's what we're talking about. So what ends up happening, and you're talking to somebody who's now been doing this daily for 5 months. I get people to come in my room just like you just did. You just put a comment in, and that's the nature of my room where you can feel free to ask questions. I'm in the chat. I don't have a moderator here. I do have one for TikTok. I mean for YouTube, but recognizing that I'm in the chat. I'm with you. I'm talking to you. I'm answering questions. Yes, 6 weeks. I go about 5 to 6 times a week. Okay. Hello from Georgia. Appreciate it. You're welcome, friend. Motivation, intention, intentional, important to start with a positive mindset. There you go. Motivational, intentional. Yep. That's it. That's it. And so as you're doing it, it does get to the point where you're like, okay, what's the end game here? What am I trying to do? And you probably need to answer that for yourself. For me, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to show up. Part of it is obviously I use TikTok and YouTube. I'm building my YouTube so that can become another passive income stream because content over there is evergreen. People can go back and look at your content. They can click your links. They can engage. All that becomes part of a strategy. It's a different strategy, but it's a strategy that I'm employing. Here, this strategy is a little bit more active engagement because essentially I can market, I can promote, I can support people, I can build a community all here a little faster because of my engagement. So just recognizing that's my end game. And so I'm trying to do this and showing up, being consistent at it so people can feel supported as I have information I'm sharing, but also thinking about what does this look like long term for me as well. So maybe this will evolve into something else that I do. But at the end of the day, I'm showing up every day. And so I'm going to do it for all of 2025, if not more. I am here. Thanks for the advice. Dr. Lisa, they invaded my live today with the TikTok people want to battle, and I did not know how to drop them. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm laughing, but You must have got the screen that popped up and said it was for you to decline them, and you never declined. So it timed out, and then they popped in your room. So maybe you were looking away, you didn't realize that screen was coming up. That was on your it was on your screen. So I think it's like a 15-second countdown. I decline it every time they pop into my room like that. You can also decline it so it doesn't show up for like 10, 20 minutes. I forgot what time it is, but you can decline it altogether. When you click the person's box, if you click their box, I believe there's like a little X. There's something like really minute. You would totally miss it, but it's there, and you can let them down and get them out your room that way. So yeah, they can let themselves out too. It was a million of them. Oh my gosh, what happened? Wait a minute. Was it like in one screen, or you're like multiple boxes? What just happened? I've never seen that before. You said a million of them. Is YouTube worth the time? Okay, I'm about to follow. As scheduled. Thank you so much. Is YouTube worth the time? Hold on one second. I'm gonna answer that question. Um, you said that's what I teach on my life. Oh my God, I hate my. Okay. What happens if you have to be at an appointment when you set a time and you can't be on TikTok? I just tell you I can't come. Like, sorry guys, y'all will not see me. Unfortunately, I can't come. I've had that happen. I mean, it just happened. It happened on Saturday. I was like, it just happened. Saturday, what happened Saturday is that actually my 10 o'clock and my 4 p.m. was a conflict with TikTok, because my 10 o'clock, my son, my 5-year-old, he was graduating from preschool. So we had his preschool graduation on Saturday morning. So I came live super early. I think I came live at the 8 o'clock hour. So it was like 8 o'clock. And I stayed on to 9:20 because we had to drive to the preschool graduation. So I didn't stay. I came live, but I didn't do my regular schedule. And then my 4 o'clock, I didn't do at all, because after the live stream, we went to my husband's cousin's for a crab boil, and we did that event. And so for the holiday weekend, so we did that. So I didn't come live at all. And I told you guys, when I did my live, I said, "Hey guys, I won't be able to make it." Now, what I could have done, and here's kind of a best practice. If you want to put something like in your notes, that thought bubble above your head, you can say, my 4 p.m., I won't be able to do my 4 p.m. I can't go live today. Join me again on the next day and time. You know what I'm saying? So I could have put that out there to my followers, to my community. I didn't. I used to do that on a regular basis. Like if I had to miss, it wasn't often, but I was very considerate in that way to put that out there. But yeah, that was one time I wasn't making it. And so my moderator came. I've actually been in a battle room. You accidentally, someone, Nubia said she accidentally was in a battle room too. Yes, so my moderator, she came in at the 8 o'clock, so she knew I had a conflict. But that happens. So it happens. So I would just say, just communicate. Allie, you asked the question about YouTube worth it. Yes. If you ask Michelle, she probably would say yes. A big yes, an emphatic yes. Yes. To the point where she loves YouTube. She loves the pace of it. She loves the live streams of it. She loves it. And TikTok is not her favorite. Whereas I'm probably the opposite. Not that I don't like it, dislike it. I just recognize it to be a long game. It is a marathon. It's not a sprint. I always think about things in race analogies because I used to run in college. So it's not a sprint. It's probably more like a middle distance, but it could be a little faster. If you wanted TikTok to be faster for you, um, uh, YouTube is a marathon. Definitely slow and steady wins the race. So you recognize what you're getting with YouTube, and you just stay consistent, just stay on it. And so that's my thought. I'm just going to use this. I'm using this as a way to be like connecting with people. Um, Hold on one second. Um, Let me pause, y'all, because I gotta, let me see, which one do I want to do? I gotta call my husband. He was trying to take my son to his swim lessons, and they just called to cancel. So they sent me a text. so, so I gotta make sure I communicate to him. Give me 1 second. I think he hasn't left yet. Let me come right back. I'm gonna pause my screen. I don't want TikTok to get mad at me. Give me 1 second. Pause my live. I'll be back, YouTube. I don't know if I can pause the live, so let me just come right back. Hey, Jerry. Okay, he is not down there. He left already, people. Let's see. Let me do it from my phone. See if I can do it from my watch. Hello, everyone. How are you? We'll see if I'm able to do that. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, friends, sorry about that. We'll see if it goes through. I don't think it's gonna go through, but I tried to text him. Yeah, so that happens. This is the first time I've actually had that type of conflict, but he'll get there and he'll figure it out. It's just right up the road, so it's probably a good 15 minutes of his day that's gonna get wasted, but sorry. I will beg forgiveness later. Hopefully he will. He'll be fine. How do you pause the live? Oh, how did I pause the live? You said, how did you just do that? When you click more, you can pause the live that way. You click more and it says pause live. So that's what just happened. And there's a countdown. It's like a 5-minute countdown that you have. So yes. So yeah, that call. Let me see if the text went through. I don't think it's gonna go through because I'm occupying my phone and my tablet. So, oh well. So yeah, he'll realize it once he gets there. um, let's see. Do you have to set a time, Karen? Okay, let me catch up on a few comments that I might have missed that were a little higher. I just want to make sure I go back. Um, I answered the question about the YT. I am actually after this live at 6 o'clock, so I'll stay live for about another hour or so. After this live, I'm gonna do my YouTube exclusive where I talk and chat with you all about my journey on YouTube. So that's an exclusive conversation just to YouTube. I won't co-stream it here, so it'll be just YouTube. And 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 uh, and Michelle is answering my question. I was like, oh, I don't know how to pause the live on YouTube. I didn't know how to pause it. I did know how to pause it on TikTok, but I didn't know what to do. She said you can turn off the camera, so that's what it is, and hit mute for YT. Okay, so there's a mute and a off camera that I could have clicked. So we'll talk about that doing the live for YouTube because I'm gonna try to play around with that and do it. Make sure I actually do it. So thank you for that, Michelle. I appreciate you. So yeah, so there is a way to do it. So that's the type of learning. So that's the beauty of having her because she's helping me as I learn the YT and making sure I'm being a little bit more efficient there. There's some things that I still need to do to optimize my profile. So I'll talk about that during my live because there's still like a long list. The list is growing, but there are some things I need to learn and do over there. You said, what happened? I sometimes pop into someone else live by mistake. What happened? Oh, you're saying, oh, when you go to Live Nature, you had graduation. Congratulations. Yes. My 5-year-old, my preschool, it was super cute. It was so stinking cute, y'all. I mean, really, with the cap and gown and they singing the songs. And he was upset because he couldn't see us. So we had this video footage where he's like looking down trying to see, and it seemed like everybody's kid. It probably had to be a good 5 Camerons. He's a Cameron. So everyone was like, Cameron, and he's looking around. And it wasn't us. And so at one point he got sad about it because he cried, but he didn't leave the stage, which I thought was fine. But he was doing the little song and wiping the tears away. So we got pictures of him with the little wiping in the video and stuff. And so then when he finally saw us, because they had to process with the cap and gown on through the aisles of the auditorium, and he's finally saw us. He's just waving. He just couldn't stop waving. So it was super cute. So yeah. So It was nice for us too. Yes, that's a great idea. Thank you, thank you. I'm catching up on comments. I appreciate you. And oh, my comment before I got that call. So it says, "Do I need a moderator when I go live on TikTok?" I do not actually use a moderator because I like the comments. I like staying in here with you. I like answering your questions. I like the engagement that happens. Now, as you can tell, I need to catch up on some of the comments, but again, when you have people pinning and cherry picking, especially if your chat's moving. Now, I've had my room rooming to the point where the chat was chatting and I was trying to keep up. I've had that experience several times. January when I first started, as I grew, it had a moment where there was like upwards of 400 people in the room. So it was really interesting. So, but I stayed with it. I was answering questions. I was just going through it. The questions, now you guys, it's interesting because more people who have been with me, some of your questions are a little bit more detailed and intricate. So I have to kind of explain it a little quicker. I mean, a little bit more detailed, but before I would just give quick answers, but I would try to make sure people felt seen and heard. Um, so that's a strategy, Jean. So I would definitely say moderator is something you might want to consider, especially as you grow. But I wouldn't start off with one. That would be my opinion. Don't start with one. Just make sure you're able to truly engage with your viewers as they're coming to your room. And so that way you get a chance to manage how things are operating. And then as time evolves, you might pick up a moderator here or there. You have to be live 3 times before you can have um, a moderator. Yeah, I think you do. I think there is a requirement that you unlock all the features. I don't know if you could do it immediately. To your point, Gene, I don't think you can. How you doing, Patty? Thank you. Sure, no problem. Take your time. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You said take your time. Anyone have a relationship channel that's peaceful? Oh, anyone have a relationship channel that's peaceful? Were you talking about TikTok or YouTube? You know whose relationship TikTok page I like? Kim. Kim, are you in the room? Kim was in the room earlier today. Let me check. I don't think she's in the room right now. I'll send it to you, Destin, if you want her. She's good. Kim Love Jones. Is that it? I gotta look up her whole name. She'll be right back. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Like, she'll be right back. Does anyone have subscribe? Here, subscribe. Do you find it's more helpful than other TikTok teaching? Or I'm I'm real helpful. I appreciate you though. Um, from a from a from a subscription here, let me know if that's what you're referring to. I thought when I think subscribers, I think of YouTube subscribers. Um, you said several subscribers. You know what? So you see the sub stickers, and actually, I'm doing sub only live tomorrow. So anyone in the room with subs, you can see the sub stickers too. Yeah. Let's see. We talk about relationship regular on live. Oh yeah, that's right, Sultry. You're a good one too. I love your live. I am new to TikTok. Thank you, Karen. How are you? I was on her live last night. She was so good. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Yes, you can send it. Thanks. Oh, okay. Yes, I'll send her information for you. Let me take a note for that. Um, let me. Okay, perfect. I started without a moderator. I do have a few, and we are learning together. There we go. Social yeah, that's right, Social you are doing it yourself for the longest. I like that you're engaging with everyone. Oh, thank you. That's great, though. There's a lot of up to keep up with. Yes, it is over time, but in the beginning you get accustomed to it because your room is not rooming. You know, in the beginning I teased in one of my videos. I said it's crickets. You know, it really is. It's you might have an anomaly where people will come in as a flood of people, but that doesn't happen in the beginning. So your first week or so, it really is just you, unless you bring other people in or someone else starts to come on a regular basis. So it'll grow, but it takes time for that to happen. Thank you so much. How you doing, Portia? Um, I go um, I go house to house and teach swim lessons in the summer. I just started teaching last week. Did you? You know what? We actually thought about that for him because we have like a community pool, and I think there's like one or two people who teach swim lessons, but the times they do it, it didn't work for us. So that was one of our issues. Oh, little one is so adorable. Thank you so much. Proud moment. Congratulations, all. Thank you so much. So let me know. Karen, you just started with TikTok. So let me know if there's any other questions. I see you all. I see the stub stickers. Thank you so much, Darlene. I appreciate you. Last night live was fun, informative. I did not plan to be on 5 hours. Oh my gosh, you're going a long time lately too. That's the second time you've said you've done 4 or 5 hours. Jess Fashionable, guess what? What friend? Sub only live tomorrow is 6:30 p.m. Eastern. 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm doing my sub only live. I just saw your live. I want to go live, but I have no idea how and what to do. Your favorite grandma? You are in the right room. Let me see something. Just make sure laughter is like medicine. I got your daily dose. I love that. I love that. Yeah, go live. So what you mean? What do you mean? You mean you don't know what to do in terms of the mechanics of going live, like pressing the buttons, setting your screen up, making sure you know all the different buttons and features here. Is that what you mean by you don't know how and what to do? Let me know if that's what you meant, or did you know? I mean, I'm assuming you have a topic, you have something you want to bring to the live table. So let me know. Coach Miss Jessie, what was just fashionable? What was the guess what? Last night live was fun. Thank you so much. Let's see. 4, 5, 5.5, 8.5. Ooh, 8.5. Yes. Is there an invite for the sub only live? You know what? You'll see. I'm gonna put it in the sub only chat area, and you should get a notification. However, 6:30, you just come here. 6:30. That's pretty much what happened, and you'll be able to enter the room. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think there's an actual invite. Let me know if anybody's ever received an invite. I think you just have to make sure you know it's at 6:30 Eastern. You said I would be afraid about not having a moderator because of how many people, how they do. Um, like I said in the beginning, you like when the room's this size, you can kind of manage it. It's not going to be really intense. Your room it will take time to even get to this point. It takes time for that. So I would say, go live by yourself for at least the first week before you add a moderator. I have some questions you missed. Look up, scroll. Okay, hold on one second. Let's see. I did miss some questions. You know what? TikTok will also filter you, EM. It just depends on what you wrote. Let me see. I don't see anything from you, friend. Let's check. EM. They were talking about the little guy. Yeah, I don't see anything, friend. Yeah. Um, yeah, you might have got filtered. I don't see anything. I'm up now to how do you pause the live? So I'm way up there. No, I see a question. How do you practice your camera? What does that mean? How do you practice your camera? But ask forgiveness and permission. Yes. How do you practice your camera? To practice for recording? What do you mean? Practice mode for your live? There's a practice mode if that's what you're asking. Just started TikTok. Okay. There's a practice mode. I think that's what you're asking. Thank you all. You appreciate you. Let's see. I think there's a practice mode that you're asking about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you go to when you first on your screen where you're putting the title of your live, click settings, and under settings it will say practice mode. It's pretty in your face right there. If you go even here in the more button, let's see. I don't see it. Wait a minute. Pause live. About me, comments. Let's see. Practice mode. Yeah, I think it's only in this. I think it's before you start the live. I don't think it's in here. Yeah, pause mode, the settings. Yeah, I don't think it's here. I think it's before you start your live. That's where you see it at. I don't see it in here. Yeah. How can I use the sub stickers? If you go into the comments, there's like a little star that you can add. You could do a sub sticker there. Okay, it's all good. Yes, before you start the live, you got to go into settings and click practice mode. Yep. You said, do you see it? Do I see it? Coach Miss Jessie, no, I didn't. Let me go back up. Hold on. I got a notification of delivery at the post office today. I think that my daughter got me one too. Oh, got you one of what? Got you one of the, got you one of what? The stands? Is that what you mean? Is that what you're talking about? Got you one too. And then you said she's out of town on a business trip right now. So you can't see what it is yet. You don't know what it is. Okay. Sub only chat. Sub only chat. My friend, you're asking the question about sub only. Is there an invite for sub only live? Is there an invite for the sub only live? You will get sub only chat is on the subscriber page. So you'll get, I have a post that it's like a little chat area, and I'll post it there to say we're going live at 6:30 tomorrow. And then you will see, I mean, essentially, I think you just come here. So the sub only chat, if you go to my subscriber page in your notifications, you'll see where the chat is. Does TikTok give you a warning? A warning for when you do something that's in violation? You can get a warning and you can get a violation and you can get banned. Those are the three things: warning, violation, banned. I think you get up to 24 violations. Yep. Yep. Can you get tapped by tapping on your own page? You can tap your own screen. People say, the goal is that other people are tapping your screen. I'm tapping my screen right now. You want your viewers to tap, but you can tap your screen. It will actually show up there in your counts. It'll show up. So you can do it. Now, the goal is that you are having other people come and engage. What I tell you is that when you first start going live, you want to tap your screen, especially in those early days, because that helps to activate the live too. And as people come in, you kind of announce them. Make sure you tap the screen, share the live, also comment. And so you say things to get them to comment, like if you're new in my room, let me know by saying new, or tell me where you're from. So you get people to engage that way. Um, did you check it out? Oh, Lady Exclusive. Okay, Lady Exclusive. Did I check what out? I'm looking back up to see where you put your first comment, and I don't see it. What is my doctor? Patty, I see your question. I'm a PhD in leadership and education, and my concentration is higher ed administration. And so, Lady Exclusive, I don't see your first question. Let me see what your first question was. Can you rewrite it for me? Um, so, uh, yeah, can you rewrite your question? Yeah, you could tap your screen. Thank you all. Always ready. I'm always ready here, 4 p.m. So it just flows through. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. I appreciate you. Yeah. Um, yeah, Lady Exclusive, did you check what out? Was that the roses? Did I check into it? You know what? I didn't get a chance to look into it. I was going to check because I'm still with Gravitas. I was going to check with them, but I hadn't had a chance to comment and ask about that. No, but I haven't seen my room. I switched to my tablet. My room still is not rooming the way it used to. So I don't know if it's the roses that, I don't know if that's an issue. But I asked other people to see if they had heard anything about the roses, and no one seemed to. But my room is a lot of people who are still kind of learning and navigating TikTok. There's a practice mode? Yes, there is a practice mode. It only lasts for about I, somebody said 60 seconds. I think it was like 3 minutes for me when I did it back in January. So yes, there is supposed to be a practice mode. Nice meeting you. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Yeah, as you can tell, my room got to moving a little bit, so I didn't get it by me breaking. I didn't get a chance to catch up on everything. If I missed any questions, let me know. Nice meeting you. Hope to catch you live. Oh, thank you so much. How can I use the sub stickers? Yeah, did I answer that, Moni? When you click, put a comment in, when you put in a comment, there's a star. So there's a star that's similar to the sub sticker star. You can click that and it'll show you all the stickers. Let me know if you saw that, friend. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit an invite by accident. Yes, Dr. Lisa, practice mode is before you start. Yes, you've done it before, huh? Okay. Are there certain things you can't say on live? Patty, yes. Yes, there are certain things you cannot say. Anything to sound as if it's part of a substance, an illegal substance. You got to be careful about those type of words. Be careful about what you say and how you say it. People will get an immediate violation for saying certain words. So I don't say them. The other thing that you got to be mindful of. And people will put on their content disclosure to kind of say things specifically if it's about a certain company or organization, or if it's part of their brand identity. Maybe they're selling their products, maybe they're doing some stuff like that. I typically try to keep my content disclosure on. The past couple of days, I haven't turned it on only because I was like, okay, I'm going to say YT more because I don't like seeing the social media because I think TikTok gets a little jealous. So I don't try to say all of their names often. I'll use the initials. So I still do that. Um, you're not supposed to drink water or anything liquid because they don't know what it is. And if you have a room that is not the audience control on, like 18 years and older, you can get in trouble for that because kids are still on the app, so they can come to your live. So you just got to be careful about what you're doing and what you're saying. You're not supposed to drive. Driving is a no-no. What happens if you get 24 violations? You get banned. That's a ban. Like they take your account away. Sometimes they will suspend you. It's almost like a temporary ban. Um, but it just depends on what happened, on what, essentially what happened with your account. I got one last night, another notice of a delivery at the post office today. Oh, did you? Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, it could be the packages you ordered, and like you said, it could be something your daughter ordered too. TikTok encouraged you to tap the screen in the beginning. Yes, they do. Yep. About the roses. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I saw the rose comment. So yes. So hopefully I learn more. Have you heard anything else about it, friend? Let me know if you've heard anything else. How would you do your music when you're using your tablet on live? Um, I don't play music anymore. I used to use my laptop, but why? But Instagram is a little particular about music too, so I just don't play it anymore. I used to play it though, and have it in the background. So maybe have a laptop. People use yes, Michelle Crochet. She recommends Epidemic Sound as a source. Um, there's a couple other ones. Sultry Nana, are you still in the room? She has somebody she recommends as a streaming. Obviously the other one's Spotify or Apple or something like that you could use. You said, how many sales did I end up with last week? If you're comfortable sharing, if not, no biggie. For my TikTok lives, what I've been averaging, and we'll see, knock on wood, at least 2 to 3 per live. Yep. So Friday, Saturday, I think there was 3. Thursday might have been 2, and then the week before it was 2 each day. Yeah. So it's growing. In my opinion, that's a win. I always say, it's a win if I show up and I meet somebody else, get a new follower, get someone else to engage. All of it is a win to me because I'm still getting used to it, and I know, as I grow, as I become more comfortable, it'll build up. So that's how I see it. It's not, the sale is a nice thing to say as a recognition. I think that's a good thing. But again, I feel like I'm new. And so when it comes to going live on the YT, I know not every day I'm going to get a new subscriber. There's been days that I didn't, and that's okay. I just know showing up, being consistent. That's my mindset. I don't try to let the numbers of people and numbers and stuff kind of rule me too much because I know, okay, as I grow, as I become more better in terms of my messaging, the products, the description, the examples I'm giving, it'll get better. Yeah. So it's practice for me. Now, if I was still not not doing well and it was like November, December, I'll be like, oh, I might need to give this up. This ain't my calling. But it's fine. I know it's still growing. You said, Darlene said you haven't heard anything either about roses. Okay. I'm in 15-day period in the agency. I tried to quit, but they would not let me. What you mean? Lady exclusive? What do you mean? You can go to the page for your Creator Network page on the live screen and click quit. And you should be able to just do that. To this day, I have not talked to anybody about it. I just made the decision to go there and submit the quit paper comment. Can you play music on your live? You can play. You can play it. Just be mindful of it. I would, again, content disclosure. If your audience, if it's more mature music, put on the audience control, that type of stuff. How do you create the sub sticker? My son did mine for me, but it was fairly easy. He did it through Photoshop. I have Canva Pro. I created one of them, and essentially all you have to do is just do the square type format, make sure it's the square format, and then download that to your camera roll and then upload it into the sticker. So you just design something. Yep. You said how many restrictions and violations you get? 24. 24 is the magic number for the restrictions and violations. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Emily? How are you? Love Disney. How are you, friend? Thank you so much. The U of tubeness. How are you, friend? Appreciate you. Already set it up and love it. Thank you so much. Oh, do you really? Oh, you're talking about now, Coach Miss just fashionable. Your other name. You're talking about the stand. Let me know what you're talking about. What you set up because I missed it. If you said that. You said I already set up and love it. Thank you so much. Oh, that's a great start. Yes, thanks. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. You're welcome. On my laptop, and I can't find the GIF and stickers or Daily Heart Me. No orange heart at the top. Yeah, so we were talking about that earlier. Jean had this. Was it Jean? I think it was Jean who said the same thing. No, it was Dee Dee. Dee Dee was saying that she couldn't find it either. And I don't believe it's on the laptop. I think the Daily Heart Me is not there. She said she was able to gift, but maybe she switched and said no, that was on my phone. I think when it comes to those type of features from the laptop, I don't think they exist. I think the Daily Heart Me is not there. Somebody else who knows better, because I'm not on the laptop, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that before. Pretty sure that it's not there. A different setup today. How are you? Yes, yes, I'm on my tablet, friend. Yep, I switched to the tablet than being on my phone. I'm still getting adjusted to it, so it's still kind of a learning curve with my tablet. I did, Lady Exclusive. You said that you said the sub stickers. Let me know if that's not the sub stickers. The Daily Heart Me. I think you did tell me that. Relationships tea time. What's the tea on how you prefer a person's approach to get to know you? Oh, is that your topic for tonight, Sultry Nana? Appreciate you. Yes, tell us. Put what time and time zone you go live. The agency. Can you provide some insights on the agency? You know what? I posted a video about this just so that people start doing their research. But essentially, I'm with Gravitas Q until this Saturday. It's my last day, May 31st. I submitted the paperwork to quit them. So you got to give a 30-day notice. So my 30 days was the month of May. With that being said, agencies will, as you start going live, agencies will reach out to you. They're going to want to know if you're interested in their creator network, the creator network program. That's the network for agencies. Hello, friend. Thank you so much. That's the network for all the agencies, for live host agencies, is your live host. So I decided that I didn't want to be with an agency that had a heavily focused. They're heavily focused on battling. So battling are those matches, those competitions where you have these 5-minute competitions where you're competing traditionally. They have box battles, they have team battles, they have all these other battles, but the traditional method is where you're competing against another live host. And I felt like, you know what, that's not something I'm really interested in and I want to continue to do on a regular basis. So when it came to the agency, the main support that they were giving was just really, for me, superficial. It wasn't any support. So I said, you know what? Let me cut my losses. Let me move on. So I decided to end. So an agency, Gravitas Q, has some great training, especially in the beginning. Good training. You can really learn a lot about going live, building your community. So beyond that, I didn't feel like it was anything that I needed from them. I wasn't getting much from them. And maybe it was my creator manager. So I decided to submit my paperwork to end. So let me know if you have specific questions, though. I'm happy to answer them. I used Photoshop and stickers and actual pictures on my phone. There you go. Yep, that's it. So it's pretty easy to do stickers. Yep, for your sub stickers. Absolutely. Thank you for your help, Dr. Lisa. Oh, I need to clean up kitchen. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you being here. Yes, the stand. You got the stand. Awesome, awesome. Good afternoon. I'm not at the laptop. I'm not on the laptop. I want to use my laptop. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't use my laptop to go live. I know you have to use Live Studio to do it, so I'm not as familiar with the laptop, but I did use my laptop to watch lives, and I do like that. But I was watching a couple lives and able to tap the screen, so you could do that. But when it comes to like that account didn't have gifting on it. It was one of my other pages that's new. So I don't think I was able to gift on that account. So I have to go back and look. But I know I didn't do the Daily Heart because I didn't gift. I am back in the. Oh, you're back. Congratulations. Hello, Miss B. How are you, friend? The short stuff. Congratulations, friend. Yes. Chill and chat 8 p.m. Eastern until I go to bed. Until you stop going. Thank you so much. Is there a time limit? Time limit for what, friend? Um, Pebble, Fergie Beads. Let me know what you meant, Peb. Let me know what you mean. Time limit for what? You're welcome. Have a great evening. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your friend. You are so welcome. All right, friends. Let's time limit for the agency. Okay, time limit for the agency. So and how do you create sub stickers? So Lady Exclusive, let me know if you heard the answer. So what I did was my son did Photoshop and then I have Canva Pro. I did one out of there. I just know you have to be, they have to be like square. Um, Sultry Nana says she did it from her phone. She used pictures from her phone. But essentially, you just download photos from your, if you want to create something out of Canva or Photoshop, download it to your phone and then upload it to um, the sticker area for your subscription. You essentially will click that box to upload them, and then you just pick them from your camera roll and upload them. So it's really easy in that way. And then to create them, I create them. He used Photoshop for me, so he did the majority of my stickers, but I use Canva for one of them. Yep, so that's how you do it, friend. Let me know if that made sense. If you have any more questions. Time for the agency. So here's the deal with agencies. How you doing, 41? Agencies, you have a 15-day out clause. So if you go beyond 15 days, you then have to give a notice to quit. A notice to quit them, and that's a 30-day notice. After those 30 days, you then have 2 months, 60 days before you can go to another agency. So if I decide to quit, so I decided to quit Gravitas Q. I submitted my 30-day notice, and now I have to wait 2 months if I choose to go to another agency. I'm doing my research. I'm trying to decide if I want to go to another agency, but essentially you have 90 days. So I have 30 days for them and then another 2 months. So 90 days before I can do anything. That's the downside. So what I told people is that if you're going to go with an agency, do your research first. Maybe research two or three because they're going to come to your live and say, are you interested in a Creator Network program? Do your research, take their information down, go to the home screen. Thank you so much, friend. Go to the home screen, make a conscious decision in your research on the home screen to say, whatever that agency's name, see if someone's posted about them. If they reach out to you, you could say, do you have a couple people you already are working with? I would love to connect with them, maybe go to their lives. So do your research, okay? Then if there's one you want to go with, you got 15 days to get out. Really 14. You really should do it by the 14th day so there's no misunderstanding. But you want to do it and then submit the quit paperwork. So, Lady Exclusive, I'm confused by what happened to you. You said they didn't let you quit. Why not? Like, you should have just been able to go in the app and click quit. And then you got to write a little blurb, a little short statement of why you're quitting, and then hit submit. It was as simple as that for me. What is the benefit of an agency? Agency, most agencies offer almost like being a mediator with TikTok if your account gets banned. So you hear a lot of that language, like, oh, we can help you if something happens to your account. We can help you if you get banned, which is fine, which is a good service, depending on what you're doing in your live, you might need that. Honestly, I'm not doing anything too reckless here. So, I mean, I say a few things. I don't drink on the camera. I don't do anything that's too provocative. And, so at the end of the day, I'm not doing anything that's like, oh, wow. um, so it just depends on your room. So if you know you have a room that's going to be doing a whole lot, then maybe you might need an agency to protect you. But ultimately, the training is what they tout as a true benefit, and then that protection. So like insurance. The training was good from Gravitas. Don't get me wrong, it was. The protection piece, not necessary for me. And then, really when it came to just constant feedback was, in order for you to grow, in order for you to do whatever you're going to do, you need to battle, which I know is probably true. Don't get me wrong. But I would have liked to know if there was other strategies, other things that they could have encouraged that did not require the battling. And so for that, I was like, you know what? I've outgrown you all. And it could have been my person, because they give you a creator manager. Maybe that person didn't know enough to say, okay, let me give her something else. Let me support her in different ways. And so I just decided, like, you know what? It's not worth the time and effort. Did you mention you weren't paying out of pocket for an agency? So agencies, you do not pay out of pocket. That's probably the best way to say it. I say this because, thank you for saying that, Nika, because you're right. You don't pay out of pocket for an agency. TikTok covers the cost for the agency. Now, with that being said, I didn't say you don't pay, because what I understand is that agencies are paid because, and here's what I would tell you to do: always look to see how the agency is getting paid. What's in it for the agency? Just like you asked the question, Pep, the question about what's the benefit of having an agency. Ask the agency, what's the benefit of me being on your team? What's the benefit of supporting me? What do you get from that agency? Okay, so the agencies, when it comes to encouraging the battle, TikTok takes a percentage of your rewards to begin with. You get 40% for just doing your live. They get 60% TikTok. Well, when a battle happens, TikTok takes 30%, and TikTok gets 70. Well, part of that 70 is going to the agency. Okay? So just recognize they're encouraging battles because, again, that's where they are paid. That's how they're paid. So just know that that is part of the overall, relationship. So if they're encouraging something, then best believe that is something that is going to help them get paid too. Thank you so much, Diamond. How are you? Appreciate you. Thank you so much, friends. Mama T, daughter J, thank you so much for being here. How you doing, SJ? I see your friend. Come on in. Thank you so much. So yes, so I think that's important for you all to know that. How do you see your logo in TikTok? I'm only interested in creating faceless content. How can you use your logo? How can you use your logo in TikTok? Um, your logo for your photo, is that what you meant? I think that's what you're saying. Are you saying like for your content, for your logo? I think that's what you meant by that. So you would just put it in your profile. Let me know if that's what you meant. Adadox Media. Let me know if that's what you meant. You can use on your profile picture, which you can do on Canva. Yeah. So yeah, Nika and I on the same page. So that's what you meant. Look at Nika's comment. I think that's what you meant. Sorry, that's not what you meant. Let me know. I think we were thinking the same thing. So let me know if that's what you meant, though. It sounds like you don't mean that. What do you mean by logo? And maybe you didn't mean logo. Maybe you meant something else. Um, and so you're saying you want to create faceless content. You're only interested in faceless content. Here's what I will say to you, friend. Faceless content. And this is just something I teach in general. Business logo. Yeah. So your business logo. You're only interested in faceless content. What I will say, how you doing, Happy? What I will say when it comes to faceless content, um, if you are only interested in faceless content, I think there's something to be said about making sure your faceless content is still resonating with your audience. So you got to be a little bit more compelling in how you create your content. Your faceless content has to tell a story. It has to compel people to say, I want to click, I want to watch, I want to look at this, I want to buy, I want to support. You got to make sure it's compelling. What faceless content often does is that it will just be words on a screen, and those words may not resonate with the majority of people, and so oftentimes people are swiping past and not reading. So you got to make sure your visuals, the words that you say, conveys a story and it's very captivating, that people pause and they want to see more, they want to see what it's all about. So I think that's going to be important. Unlike being face forward, and I know faceless because I start off faceless. um Unlike face forward, it allows you to people can get to know, like, and trust you. They can look at you, they can hear the way you're communicating, they can see your style, they can get a sense of what you're sharing, they can look at the whites of your eyes. All those things allow people to stop and pause and listen. Or if they feel like, okay, your message is not for me, I don't like the way she's sharing things, I don't like what she's talking about, it seems very random and all over the place, they'll swipe past because they feel like the message isn't for them. So I think you got a bigger chance and opportunity to pull people in when you're face forward, than more so than you do faceless. That's just my own opinion and my own experience. And I would say that it takes time to really see growth from a faceless page. So you got to be patient. You got to be really all in. Yeah, got to grab their attention quickly. You do. You do. Yeah. So I'm on my computer now. You're beautiful. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. I appreciate you. Yeah. So I don't know if I understood the business logo. Thanks. I don't understand. I don't know if I understood and answered your business logo question, but that's what I would say about the faceless thing based on what you shared. So if you're looking to create one, yeah, that's what Nika's asking too. Canva is awesome with logo creating. So if that's what you're saying, if you're really trying to say, okay, I need a logo, I need to set up my business structure, I'm trying to do that aspect of it. Canva's a great design tool, hands down. I would say use that. Um, If not, you know, you just have to play around with like Photoshop or some other places. A lot of times, even a photo, you can edit in your camera roll and add text on it and make that part of a logo. You can use Fiverr. That's another one. That's a good one. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You said I'm an AI expert. So then you know, then hey, you got it. You can definitely use AI to create it. Yes, that too. ChatGPT Pro, the professional account. Yeah. Yeah, they'll create it for you with the right prompt. So yeah. So what was your question then, friend? You said I want to teach it, but you want to be faceless. Mm, you could do it. You could do it. I mean, you could do it faceless. Don't get me wrong. You can definitely do it. You can say yes. You could do it. It just requires you to really put in a lot of time in marketing. You may even have to pay for some marketing because if you're trying to do it organically, it just requires you to really make sure your marketing is rock solid, that is speaking to that person who wants to learn. Yeah. And you, like I said, you may even have to pay for it if you really want a broader reach. Like if you want to use YouTube or some other platform to really set up what you have to offer in quick videos, and then point people to your clickable link so that they can get more from you and have a paid product or service that you're offering. But yeah, it just requires you to be a little bit, your strategy is different with faceless. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just a different strategy that you're gonna deploy. You just have to decide how much time and effort you want to put into that, but you can do it. Can Canva work? AI takes time to make good art. Canva just included a Canva AI tool. I think it's okay. It's still, to me, kind of glitchy because the prompts, I've tried it a few times with different prompts, and I think if you have too much of a detailed prompt, it's not going to work. It almost like gets confused. So you got to be really simple with what you're asking it to do, in my opinion. I give you my first gift doing your live. Oh, but you have to guide me. What you say? I give you. I give you my first gift doing your live, but you have to guide me. How to do it? Okay, let me share with you. So I'll share with how to gift. So okay, first of all, you have to have coins on your account. That's the first thing. You gotta have coins. I will give you. That's fine, friend. You gotta have coins on your account to do it. So you go get coins two different ways. You can click the gift box. If you click the gift box, it should be the ability for you to go into the app, click the lower right corner, and it'll take you into TikTok to add coins to your account. So essentially, you're adding coins through your credit card or bank card. The app has a little bit of a processing fee. So I tell people that's not the best bang for your buck. If you want to go to the website, which is TikTok.com, so www.tiktok.com/symbol coin, COIN. If you log into there, to your account there, you can add coins. You usually get you get more coins for your money just because there's a percentage that they give discount and stuff. So you get a little bit more. So if you got $20 in coins, um, maybe that's close to 2,000 coins you'll get for going on the website. And then essentially what you do is as simple as clicking the rose or a gift from the gift box. In the gift box, there's a word says exclusive. Click that. That's where you see the popular vote. People were encouraging the popular vote as the gift to send instead of the roses because roses have been glitching. That's the message we're getting. So you want to just make sure whatever you give is TikTok will show you have a blue box. Okay. Agreed about Canva AI is not great yet. Easier and better to do it yourself at this point. Yes, Nika, yes. Yeah, that was my experience with it. Yeah, I think it has the potential to be great, but it's definitely um not as intuitive. And so if you're doing it in like a basic way, it'll give you a real great basic, image. But if you're prompt and you want something a little bit more detailed and you're being specific, it it doesn't deliver. It doesn't deliver well. So that's my opinion on it. But I think it has a lot of potential. Um, Really quickly, let me finish my thought for addicts in terms of engagement and gifting. Do you, did my first live today. It was hard to focus with folks popping in and out. Leading from Edge. How are you, friend? Congratulations, first of all. Congratulations on that. So yeah, so it does take time. And what I tell you is that you probably should get in the habit of just welcoming the people. How you doing, Dimples? Appreciate your friend. Just welcome people as they come in and you say hello. And you get to the point where people start coming in and it becomes second nature. As you guys can tell, I'll greet people, I'll say things. I'm trying to make sure I'm being engaging as possible. And so now it's become a little bit more natural. I will say I actually had the a problem on the back end because I would love to hold on one second. Okay. I would love to be able to use some of my content to use for posts more often. However, there's a couple things that happens. I realize I have to edit out a lot because I'm talking, I'm engaging, I'm saying your names, and because of that, I'm like, okay, what my thoughts, as you guys can tell, my thoughts are not always fully complete and thought out all the times. It's like chopped up. So I got to do better. That's something I'm cognizant of. And I tell you guys all the time, pay attention to your recordings, go back and look at them, see ways you can improve. Thank you so much. I notice just with that hand gesture, I know I'm a hand talker. So I end up using the heart because it allowed me to do something with my hands. So that was a result of me realizing I was like, okay, you're too much of a hand talker. Figure out a way to control your hands. So it's like, yay, there we go. So look at your recordings. It will get easier. Keep doing it. Don't get frustrated. Don't let that little um, thoughts in your brain pop up that says, oh, you're too nervous, you're too afraid, why are you doing this, you're not good. All those things, those cognitive distortions that will make you stop, don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Okay, well, bye today and get ready for your live tomorrow. Thank you so much, friend. That's awesome. Appreciate you, Dimples, for sharing off the live. When are you? Oh, okay. When are my neurodivergence is frustrating to keep our thinking clear. Yes, yes. When you are neurodivergent, yes. Take notes. Just take notes. I have post-it notes all the time. I have a stack of post-it notes around here where I'm taking different notes that are over here. So I take notes and I try to keep track of stuff. I used to have a notepad. I ended up getting post-its, but I used to have a notepad where I would just kind of like write little things down, things I would catch, things I would see. You guys, Iridescent said I need to send her Kim Love's information, so I have to make sure I send her that person because she wanted relationship coaching. So little stuff like that to kind of keep myself on track and make sure I'm going back to answer questions too. Yeah. How often do I go live? I go live twice a day daily. Yeah. Twice a day daily. So 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. And really for me, I go live for a couple of reasons. First of all, I like it. I like it a lot. So I think it's a great way to engage and connect with people. And then it's part of a business strategy too. So in terms of just marketing myself, my services, connecting with people, building community, I'm doing that. And I'm going to continue to do it. So as I said earlier, throughout 2025, I'm committed to this process. I'm not stopping. I'm going to stay committed to the process until the end of the year with the thinking that, we'll see what next year brings. We'll see how I can grow and how this can evolve into something else. And so even earlier when I made the comment about TikTok shop and I was like, got some sales each time I've gone live. Honestly, if I didn't get a sale, I would still be pleased with myself for just showing up and continue to grow and getting better and trying to understand and describe the products and stuff. And so for me, that's part of the learning. I also recognize and appreciate that I'm still growing. Okay. So I always talk about it. Practice makes progress. I'm not perfect at this. I'm still growing. I'm still evolving. I feel that way about YouTube because I'm definitely not growing. Fully optimized and doing what I need to do over there. So I just make sure that I'm being committed to the process. Someone asked earlier what my doctorate is in. So my doctorate is PhD in leadership and education. That doctorate, and I say this to you all, and so that doctorate, and I don't have a lot of people in the room, so I'll give the story. Thank you so much for the buff. That doctorate taught me a lot. Taught me a lot about myself, taught me a lot about my grit and my ability to just stick to something. I had a moment where I was ready to quit. And I was ready to quit because I wasn't in the right headspace. So what had happened is that I was going through my first divorce, my only divorce. I'm married to my husband now. We ain't divorcing, but I was going through my divorce, and I literally came and spoke to my faculty advisor, my dissertation chair, and shared, literally, this devastating news. I found out about infidelity, all that other stuff. And so I was like rocking my world. And I literally went to him. I said, I cannot continue. I can't do this. And he said, you did all this far. He said, I will not let you quit. I was like, wait a minute. And then, tears flowing. And I was just really just devastated. He was like, I will not let you quit. You are at this point. You're at the finish line. Because I had done all but, I was about to do my comprehensive exams and literally finished all the coursework, but I just had to do my comprehensive exams and write the dissertation. So I was still another year into the program. And he was like, no, you can't quit. He was like, you know what? He didn't say it this way, but essentially what he said was what he meant was put on your big girl panties, go ahead and suck it up. You'll live. People get married and divorced all the time. You will be fine. Now, granted, he was a person that had been married and divorced a couple times, so for him, it was like, oh, okay. But for me, it was earth shattering. I was really devastated about it, and just recognizing that that was probably the lowest. There's been a couple of times I can say I was really, really down and not in the right mindset or headspace. Both of my parents have passed away, and so recognizing I've had to go with those loss, and then this was a different type of loss, and and knowing that I got through it. And so for being here, it's like, oh, come on now, I can do this. It's just showing up every day, talking and connecting. and I'm minimizing it, but recognize after you do something for so long and you make it a habit, I respect the process and I respect that this is part of the process. You just got to get through it. So the early stages of anything is awkward, uncomfortable, whether you're dieting, exercising, trying to do a new routine, new job. We all probably have been there where we're having to adapt to this new language, this new way of thinking and operating, and we get through it. And then before you know it, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, you're ready to be promoted. You're ready for the next thing. You're ready to advance. And so that's the way I think of this. And so, good evening. How you doing, Doris? How you doing, Sue? I appreciate your friend. I understand I didn't go forth with my doctorate degree. I have two master's degree. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a thing. Don't get me wrong. I put a lot of time, effort, and money into that degree, and so for that, I appreciate not stopping. So I do appreciate not stopping and finishing. I looked at the cost of my doctorate and backed out. Did you? I looked at the cost and backed out. Well, let me say this. Yeah, no, not for nothing. My loans did get forgiven, so I'm just gonna say I'm gonna leave it there. No, nothing more than just I appreciate that happening for me, and so for that, that was a fortunate thing. I've worked in higher ed all my career, and actually, I transitioned out of traditional higher ed, and I was actually concerned that they wouldn't have been forgiven, and they were. So if nothing else, I appreciate that happening for me. He said, "No, ma'am. Where do we look to see how many coins we have to work with?" The gift box. If you look at the gift box in the corner, that number should show you the number of how many coins you have. If you click that number, it takes you to where you can recharge and put more coins onto. So yeah, that's where it's at. How do I apply for TikTok affiliate program? How do you apply for it? Let's see. Oh, you possibly have it. Let me say this, Gigi. Gigi, if you come back tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I will give you the information to apply because that's a long conversation. It's not a long conversation, but it is multiple things that I tell you to do. So 4 o'clock, because I looked at the time and I said I was going to get off at 10 because I'm going to do my YouTube exclusive so I can talk over there. So you said, wow, what's the wow? It benefits you. Oh, you're talking about the doctorate stuff? Yeah. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. That's awesome. Congrats. Thank you so much. Y'all talking about the doctorate, I'm assuming. Thank you so much. You got to clap the cheers for those loans for forgiveness. Yes. Let me cheer for myself. There we go. I think that's what you were saying, Iridescent. Like, let me cheer again for that. You said I will be here at 4 p.m. Tomorrow. So mix it up with Gigi. Make sure you remind me. So when you come in and say, Dr. Lisa, you said you were going to tell me about TikTok Shop, how to get the affiliate program, because I'll walk you through it. Because like I said, so here's what I typically do. There's two things you need to know so that you are approved for it. So that means you have to get rid of banned accounts, and you got to make sure you don't have any violations on your videos, you're in good community standings. Then I say there's 5 things you need to do to let TikTok know you want it. Okay, so there's things you need to do to let them know you want it, because it's an algorithm. They got to know you want it, and then there are the things you need to do to make sure you're eligible for it. Okay, so I'll walk you through that process. Like I said, I'm looking at the time. I only have 15 minutes. I don't want to have to cut myself short, and I want to be able to answer questions. Thank you so much, friends. What's the strategy for using your gift daily? For your gift, say it again. What's the strategy using your gifts daily? What do you mean by that? What's the strategy using your gifts daily? I'm not sure if I understand the question. Yes, I got mine forgiven and refund payments. Ooh, yes. Yes, that is a cheer as well, friend. None of the above. Okay, none of the above. What audio system are you using? My iPad. That's it. Nothing else. Are you saying for the cheers and the clapping and the laughing? Laughing? That's TikTok. That's inside the app. That's the sound effects. So if you click enhance, you can see effects. There's a whole thing of effects. There's sound effects. There's voice effects. You actually can distort your voice as well. So yeah, that's in TikTok. Yeah. Hey ladies, how you doing? Hi everyone. Hello, I see the connection. Yes, keep connecting, guys. Let's see. Let's go back. I want to make sure I answer. Um, it was a question. Let me know, leading from the edge, if I answered your other question. I'm not sure if I understood your other question. Let me know if you want to rework that, word it for me. I didn't even apply for it. It was like, okay, God, I'll try to help others get that. Yes, that's it. How do we progress in our lives? Will you all say it's about engagement? How do we progress in our lives? Okay, so a couple things. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. I appreciate your friend. So a couple things I say. What you want to do in terms of your live, in terms of getting people to engage. So when you talk about progress, I mean, you have a live topic. Ideally, I say this all the time, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. You got to make sure you're saying the words that resonate with your audience. So things such as, if you're, I say keywords, those keywords that you're going to use, you're going to use keywords that will resonate with your audience from your title to what you talk about. Okay. Hello, Coach Jesse. And so, as you're talking to your audience, as you're being intentional about your process, you want to make sure that you are saying things that is aligning with that demographic, the psychographic, how they think, how they feel, what they're passionate about, what their interests are, and then their pain points. Those pain points are critical because you want to be able to say, I'm the room that you want to sit in if you're looking for this, or if you need this, or here's what we're going to talk about, or here's the broad scope of, you know, people who are, in their second act, their third act, another stage of their life, stay-at-home moms, whatever that is, you're going to speak to them. You're going to speak to that audience. How you doing? Howdy from Texas. Hello from Florida, friend. My problem is getting people to engage in the live. So what I share, Juanita, what I would share is that, you're going to practice and perfect engagement questions. So who's new in my chat? If you're new in my room, put new in the chat. And let's practice that. Go ahead and put new in the chat. If you're new to my room, put new in the chat. If you've been in my room before, let me know. And then we have Octavia that said howdy from Texas. Octavia knows. She said, okay, let me share where I'm from. And so I often will say, where are you from? Where are you from? Let me know where you're from. I'm from Orlando, Florida. You said, I'm always here. Yes, you are. You're not new no more. My problem is getting people to engage in life. So you need to kind of practice that. It may take time because people are going to ghost you and they'll keep swiping. But if you see numbers in your room, people are listening. People are watching. Now, I will tell you, because what I teach is that you can be an observer and watch as long as you want. What I will tell you, though, you are missing out on engagement. I tell you all the time, the people with the blue boxes, already, if you have people in your room that don't have a blue box, I'm going to say this, if you want to go live and you don't have a blue box, then you already know those people don't understand how to fully engage. They're missing out on a big piece of how do you level up on this app. Okay? So you want to make sure people understand that as you're talking to them. Understand that part, trying to learn the dynamics of TikTok and what they reward. Yes. So you want to make sure you're sharing with your community. Hey guys, I want to make sure you understand the dynamics of TikTok and how you can be rewarded by engaging in my live. So come on in. We're going to talk about it. I want to make sure you guys are commenting because you get points for your comments. Did you know you get points for liking the live? Did you know you get points from just that free engagement? And then there's points that you get from your daily heart me and from your gifts. So just recognizing there's things like that, depending on who your live is or what type of live you have, because you may be talking to an audience that's totally new. Here before. Thank you, friend. I see you. Thank you so much. Love your lives. No longer new. You are not Stacy P. I love that. You said I'm from New York as well. How are you, Stacy? Appreciate you, friend. Stacy, I'm gonna give you homework though, and you know this. Because you don't have a bio, friend. I need you to put some words in your bio. I always ask them where are you from? Do you put people out of your lives that they are not engaging? No, no, never, ever, never, ever, ever. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what? I will say the watchers are helping your live because TikTok tracks watch time. Those watchers are really helping your live too because TikTok sees that as engagement as well. So if you click the number up here, you get, and this is why I say people, I'm sorry, my cameras, people are missing out on ways that they can fully engage by not paying attention to the question marks. So all the people here who are in the live now, these are engagers. So I tell people all the time, if you're a top engager, pay attention to that. You want to pay attention to who's on these top viewer lists. And these are people who you might want to take with you because they understand the assignment. They know they have blue boxes. They are engaging. These are people you want to make sure you engage with. But in here is also a question mark. So look at that question mark. And that question mark breaks down. And this might be something you might want to tell your people. Hey, how you doing, friend? Tawana, thank you so much. Are you new to my live? Thank you so much for being here, friend. Hello. Hi, everyone. How you doing, Lee? Appreciate you. Tell them all the way to engage. Telling them all the ways to engage. Yeah. If you start talking about engagement, just bringing it up, obviously people who are new that don't have blue boxes and stuff, they're curious. They're like, wait a minute. Am I missing? I'm missing some of this. Let me listen to this person because they might know something I don't realize I was doing or I should be doing. This goes back to my question about gifts. How do you talk about your topic if you spend time? Give me 1 second. Let me finish my thought real quick because I'm going to talk about engagement because I think that'll segue to the gifts. Thank you so much, friend. I'm new to the live. How are you? Yes, I'm new. How you doing, friend? I appreciate you being here. Hello, Coach. How are you, friend? How is it going, everyone? Thank you so much, friends, for coming in. I see you all. Bella Wello, how are you, friend? Okay, the one and only Momo. How are you, friend? Thank you so much. Okay, so and all my people who are coming in, following, I appreciate you. I see you as well. So that question mark actually tells you if you're ranked on your views on how long you've been viewing the live. So it says top viewers. So people who are liking the live, you get 3 points for every 10 minutes that you like that live. So even if you're on a live and you're just tapping the screen and you don't want to comment, that's totally fine. That is support. TikTok sees that as support. This is a good day. Thank you so much, friend. You said, remembering when I didn't know jack about TikTok, but you got me together fast. I love that. I did it with love and support, didn't I? I did it nicely. I hope you didn't feel a certain way. You said you got me together right fast, girl. That's right. She got me together too, did I? Well, you still don't have that bio. Let me tell you that, Stacy P. I don't know if I'm getting you together yet. So you still a work in progress, friend. I appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. Okay, so you get for tapping the screen, you get points. You get up to 3 points for every 10 minutes. For commenting, those comments, the jokes, the comments that y'all putting in the chat, you got support for that. You got points for that. TikTok says you get 3 points for every 10 minutes of putting comments in. So that's free support. Then there comes sharing the live is supporting, liking the live is supporting. So liking, that's free support. Then you got to have coins from your account. So my friends who don't have blue boxes, mixing it up with Gigi, thank you so much, friend, for sharing out the live. Thank you so much. Suddenly Susan, friend. So then you said all of it helps. It does. And the people watching help because TikTok ranks those viewers too. If you're just watching a live, TikTok ranks you. So, but what I will say though is that you want to engage. So sharing the live is good, commenting, connecting with other people in position. Oh yeah, I'm new. I love your spirit. Thank you so much, friend. Okay, I see why everyone is running off for the live show, is running for the live show. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so let's be real. positive vibe. Thank you so much. I see you. Vision to victory. Thank you for that money gun. I appreciate you, friend. Tap the screen. Let's go. How are you, Randall? Thank you so much. And so all that support matters. That helps to activate the room. So you got to educate your community on how to support. Let's make it together. Thank you so much, friend. Dr. Lee, somebody kicked me out of a room today using your name and graphics this morning. Say that someone kicked me out of a room today. Oh, wait a minute. Now I gotta look for imposters again. Somebody, wait, you came to my, no, you didn't come to my live. It wasn't 10 o'clock. I know that wasn't you. So you're saying the person now has a live room? Was it, wait a minute, was it my face? Because if it was alive, you saw me. So what do you mean? What happened? I'm confused. Angela, you got to come back. So what happened? So they kicked you out of the room, but it wasn't my face. But they had my picture, my name, but not my face. Let me know. I was in another room and they came in and knocked me out of it. It knocked me clear offline. Oh, I'm confused. How did that happen? I'm confused. How did the person knock you out? Were they a moderator? I'm confused. So, but it was my image. So now I gotta look for some more imposters. The imposters, they pop up and I take them down, they come back. But yeah, I'm confused by that. Oh no, what happened? Yeah, what happened? I'm confused. So what happened? Keep tapping. Yes, yes, Mona. Thank you so much. So I will look that up. Let me look what's your face? How's your they had my face in graphics. It was my image. So I'll look up imposters again. I have to do because I say it all the time. I submit the copyright infringement. They go down, and then in a week or so they come back up. So that's been the pattern. And I'm going to keep reporting them. I'm going to keep on reporting them. So I will check for imposters on my other account. So I will do that. Thank you so much, Angela, for telling me that. I appreciate you. What time is sub 11? It's 6:30 p.m. Eastern. 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll send out a notice about it. How do you take down imposters? Because that's the one thing I really am not looking forward to. Stacey P, you have to submit paperwork to TikTok Legal. It's the copyright infringement. So you're going to go to www.tiktoklegal tiktok.com/legal/report/copyright. So legal report copyright. Patty, are you in an agency? No. I submitted paperwork to quit Gravitas Q. So I'm with Gravitas Q currently until this Saturday, the end of the month. Yeah, so I got to submit the paperwork. I'm going to keep doing it. At the end of the day, you know what? Hey, I'm not flattered by the imposters popping up because they say, imitation is a form of flattery. I'm not flattered by it because they're confusing people. I don't like confusion. I don't like people who are being malicious and you know, just causing confusion, unnecessary confusion. So for me, I'm dealing with the imposters when it comes to the whole cryptocurrency stuff. They're reaching out to people like you all coming to my lives, as well as people who are just trying to learn this app. And so it just creates confusion, and I just don't like it. So I will continue to submit paperwork on them. That's what I'm going to continue to do. And it is what it is. Okay. Why did you quit? I just got accepted by them. Did you really? They're focused on battling. That's their entertainment agency. I think that's the proper way to talk about it. But because they are really pushing the battle culture and requirements as ways to monetize, I'm not doing that as a norm. I'll do it on occasion, but I'm not making that my strategy. So when I ask for other support and other guidance, it just wasn't being delivered for me. And so hence this whole conversation about imposters. I asked multiple times how to get rid of them, and they didn't have an answer. My manager was like, "Oh, we'll just block them." Well, I can't block them because they blocked me. So that's why I have to look them up on my other account. So I'm going to go look on this account. I'm not going to see anything because I'm blocked. Now I look on my other account, I see the other names that pop up in the images and stuff. And so, yeah. So essentially, that wasn't a good answer for me. So I'm like, okay, you have no value. I'm not battling. You're not offering me any value. So I said, the training was good on the front end, which was really good, but now it's no value. So I decided to move on and decided to quit. Trying to learn, decided to go live. Didn't know I have to wait for age verification. Yes, age verification should happen pretty quickly though, like within no more than 24 hours, if that. But yeah, it's pretty quick. I know a lot of people don't set up their original account. Hold on. Sorry about that. My battery is going to go out on me. So we'll see if I can try to preserve it a little bit. But it said face a glow. It said it doesn't. Can you have 2 accounts? You can have up to 5 accounts. Face a glow. What it does is trying to learn. Reach out to us as an email. Say that again. Reach out to us as an email. What does that mean? If I have a restriction, I try to appeal, and and they denied me, but it's not accurate. Who can I reach out to as far as an email? Who can you reach out to? I don't think there's anybody to reach out to. Yeah, honestly, I don't know the answer to that, because I think I unfortunately haven't had to experience that, the whole appealing an appeal. I think that's what you're saying. You're saying I'm appealing what I think is a wrong decision in the appeal process. I've never had that happen, so I don't know. Anybody else in the room? I always ask that question just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Anybody else in the room knows about appealing an appeal decision, or who to reach out on TikTok to see if you can get that mitigated? Maybe you could do the legal website too. See if there's something there that you can do. I'm not sure though. And so, how many users are there? I've heard of New Star. I've heard of New Star too. Let me know if you know anything about them. I'm looking for another agency if I'm going to go that route. I'm trying to make a decision on what direction I want to go. You said, what's a battle? Learning from the edge, leading from the edge. A battle is a competition where hey, Kim, really quickly, I'm sorry. Kim, thank you. Hi, how you doing, friend? Iridescent, are you still in the room? That's the Kim. I just want to make sure I said it, because Kim, it is Kim Love Jones. I was like, I think it's Kim Love Jones. Yes. What did the agency do? Oh, in position. Give me 1 second, friend. I'm gonna circle back to the agency conversation in battle. Iridescent is not in the room under the name Iridescent though. She's under the name It Real Girl or something like that. It Girl something. I forgot what it was. It Girl something. She may have left. Let's see if I see she's in the room. Okay, is it? No. Okay. It's a Real Glam Life's it's Real Glam. Well, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's it. Thank you, friends. Y'all connected. That's the what I was talking about. So Kim Iridescent was interested in relationship coaching. So that's why I wanted to. You said what happened? She was interested in relationship coaching, which is what you do. So I was like, oh, wait a minute, Kim. So that's why. Okay. Okay. How do you pin what your live is about? It's in the about me. So when you set up in the settings screen, it's about me. That's what you want to do. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, friend. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. So how do you create multiple accounts? When you're on your home screen, your face, your profile, above is your nickname. Click your nickname, and that's how you create. It'll say you click that, add an account. You can add an account. You could switch back and forth between accounts there. Really quickly, battling is a competition where there's a couple different formats. There's team battles, box battles. They have a couple different, it's a game, it's essentially that you're playing on the app where you and another live host, the traditional method is that you're going head to head against another live host to compete from points. Points come from your room, your supporters, tapping the screen, sharing the live, commenting, and gifting. People gift at the highest level that they've ever gifted in those battles. And so gifting is a big piece of it. And so for me, I'm a learn room. A lot of my people in the room are still new. They're still growing. And so battling is something I've done. Like what I've said is that I'll do it like maybe once a month just to kind of show what a battle looks like and just have experience with battling, but I don't want to do it on a daily basis. Those agencies really encourage that because that's how they also are compensated. Some of those agencies, not all of them, but some of them are compensated that way because TikTok will pay them a percentage of the battle proceeds. So they encourage battling. So that's what's happening. Do we need a nickname? Do you need a nickname? I think a nickname is not a bad idea if you're trying to brand yourself to your audience. So I always say if you are all about your brand identity, what are you doing on this app? How are you engaging in essentially digital marketing? Then having a brand identity is going to be important. Your brand could be your name, very well could be, or it could be a variation of your name. So my name, Dr. Lisa, the little symbol that says launch your income. So you know I'm talking about monetization, making money. That's a part of this page and this identity that I have here. Okay, so I think the nickname offers that. So I would say definitely consider it. Do you have to have separate PayPal accounts, cards, and can you use the same ID for all accounts? You could use for Yes, you could use the same PayPal account for all your accounts. Yes. Yes. Is the answer there. You can use different ones, but you can use the same one as well. Why are you working with an agency? Why are you working with an agency? I'm leaving this account. I'm leaving an agency. I'm no longer going to be with them as of Sunday. So I'm leaving it. I worked with them. Honestly, I mean, I'll say in January, I didn't know what I didn't know. And so in January, I went with Gravitas because I did a little bit of research where people who lives I went to said, they were with Gravitas as well. And so I didn't know much about agencies. Now that I know 5 months later, I'm like, oh, I should have done some more research. So I encourage you all to do your research first. I say give yourself 30 days. If you're going live, give yourself 30 days before you decide to hitch your wagon to an agency. Okay. So before you make that decision, because first of all, you need to get acclimated with going live, but also you want to make sure you do your research. Go to the home screen, search different agencies' names, ask the agency for people who are currently going live that are with their agency. So you can go visit those lives or message those people to see how they're being supported or to find out some things about the agency. Ask the question. This is an okay question to ask. How do you benefit from me being on your team? You're going to tell me, oh, you'll get great training. You'll get support from getting your account banned. We'll teach you how to monetize all the things. That's great. But how do you benefit? What's in it for you? So ask those questions because a lot of times they don't share that side of it because they win as well. Okay. You said, what's the benefit of an agency? They help you monetize, they help you with training, and they promote that they offer the support and they have TikTok's ear just in case your account is banned. So they can help mitigate that for you. So yeah, hello Wanda, how are you, friend? So I would say, make sure you're asking the questions. And so I would definitely say make sure you're asking the right questions and making sure you get the information you need. Hello, in my travels. How you doing, friend? So let's see. I think I answered a lot of questions. Let me make sure if I missed your questions, I just had to wait until I reached 1,000 followers. Face a glow? Face a glow for what? 1,000 followers for what? What was you saying, friend? I know that wasn't pertaining to going live with your 2,200 followers. Are you talking about TikTok shop? Let me know what you were talking about when you said that. I'm not sure what that meant, what that was referring to. Hello. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing something. Yeah, stuff for 2 weeks. Any other questions I missed? Let me know if I missed your question. Um, so, someone asked, why did I quit? Why am I quitting Gravitas? And it's the battling thing. Yes. Okay. Okay. Dr. Lisa, I was told that you could not sell your own stuff, and I sell stuff as a top shop seller pers. I'm not sure what that means. Um, top sell stuff as a TikTok shop seller. Um, I'm not sure what you meant, Angela. Angela, you want to message me? You're totally fine with messaging me, um, or even on IG if we need to connect over there. I, you can, if you're a TikTok shop seller, then yeah, you have your own products you can sell. So I'm not sure what you meant by that. How do they help you monetize? I never was able to get connected with the message center, Discord. The Discord. Um, they help you where battling. Battling is a form of monetization, but you need your support system, and then they give you strategies to kind of keep your room activated and stuff. So yeah, but battling is the main thing they're talking about. If they have multiple, if I have multiple accounts, do I need different PayPals? No, you can use the same. I'm using the same for my other account, so yes, you use the same account. No, use the same account. Yeah, so no, you can use the same account. Yep. Yeah, so you're good. Yep. Um, it appears that you're looking at a different device than the ones that is video on. How? Oh, bless. I am co-streaming on the YT. So you see me looking down sometimes. My phone is dying on me. I'm not gonna be able to stay too much longer, guys. But yeah, I'm co-streaming on YT. Is that what you're asking? It appears that you're looking at a different device than the one that is videoing. Yeah, so here I'm looking at you all here. This is here. This is my tablet, and this is where I said earlier I have to get used to. I have to get used to being here because I think my camera lens is on this side. I think so, which is weird. So when I look straight ahead, it looks like I feel like I'm looking on an angle too. But here is my tablet. Down here is my phone. And I used to be the reverse, actually. I used to be, phone was my TikTok account, and my tablet was actually lower, but it was to the side, off center. So I co-stream where in this live, I'm also on my YouTube channel. So this becomes a playlist for you guys to go back and look at. If I say something that you're curious about, maybe I said it, and you wanted to go back and listen to it again, you absolutely could. It's on my channel. It's called Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. You can go there and listen to it. Also, I ask that you also go there and comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll do the same for you so we can both build our channel. So this is my strategy to build up my YT channel, my YouTube channel, as well as help people build theirs as well. So that's what I do. Great live. I'm actually about to get off and go to YouTube so I can talk about my YouTube journey and experience, because I'm using that as a way to also share with people my growth strategy, the things I'm doing, just so that I can help. So that's the other thing I'm doing. So I'll go live on YouTube for about 30 minutes or so. I wanted to start at 6 o'clock, but it's 6:15 almost. So I'm gonna go over there and connect and answer any questions. So you're welcome to join me on that channel and just keep the party going. But let me wrap up these last few questions. Yes, Dr. Lisa, did you just see me leave your room? Did I just see you leave my room? No, but you're back. Let me know what happened. You were in my chat over here on the YT. Is that what you're talking about? No, I missed it. I missed it. Sorry. You should have. So with YouTube is different. You don't see people at all unless they comment. So there's 3 people in the room right now. No comments. Y'all need to comment. And so no comments. And so I don't know they're in the room. So unlike TikTok, you really can see how many people in your room because you can click the number count and see who has actually come into the room. Now there's people listening to me on the other side that are not in the room. But because of that, you don't know who's listening on the other side of things. Similar. It's probably the same way with YouTube as well. Um, let's see. That's what I was saying this morning. What was you saying, Coach Miss Jessie? Please repeat how to create multiple accounts on your profile page where your photo is. Above your head is your nickname. Click the nickname, and then the option to add an account pops up. That's where you get it. Yeah. I just jacked up again, and I literally left your room, and I had to come back. You froze, and oh, I froze. Oh, well, I also froze because my battery notification came up. I know I did. I know that was a freeze. How you doing, DD's Custom? Appreciate your friend. How do you become a TikTok affiliate? You know what? In position, I told mixing it up with Gigi. I'm gonna make that my topic for my 4 p.m. tomorrow. So if you come back, try to come back closer to 4 p.m. But if you come back tomorrow, I will spend time sharing that. Okay. I'll spend time sharing that. I'll talk about it. I've been trying to not talk about affiliate as much here because I have my shop page. I'm actually thinking about moving the affiliate conversation to my shop page where that is where I'm doing TikTok shop. So it's Dr. Lisa Shops is that page. And so I have live access there because I do shoppable lives on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But I want to make sure the algorithm doesn't get too confused. So I'm trying to clean up this account so it is not all focus on shop. I've been busy setting up that page and doing stuff with this account that is confusing the algorithm. So I'm going to try to switch things up. Okay, thank you. I will come back. Yeah. So tomorrow I will talk about that. And then moving forward, I'm going to make that a live schedule where I'm over there talking maybe a couple days a week. Maybe like Monday, Tuesday, I'll spend like 30 minutes to an hour over there chatting and connecting with people. And Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'll do my lives for shop over there. All right, friends, I appreciate you so much. The newbies may need to know to watch the full videos on the YouTube. The newbies may need to know to watch full videos on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is very particular about watching videos, watching them fully to get, there's a couple strategies in terms of why you do that. Monetization for the live, for the streamer is part of it, or for the creator, because you miss getting credit if people don't watch videos all the way through, which is the strategy for why people make shorter videos or make videos that are not super long, that people can digest and not sit there for a long time. So there's a strategy behind that. I'll talk about that on my page if you're curious. But definitely watch videos all the way through, like watch a short. Ideally, you could watch one of my quick shorts. Like, comment, subscribe last. When you subscribe last, that subscription will stick. If you don't subscribe last, it won't stay. YouTube will take it away. I'll purchase a digital product, but also have an accessory inventory. Do you recommend separate accounts? Yes. 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 Stacy P, the short answer is yes. I have a rationale for that. You don't want to confuse the algorithm. That's the short answer. So yes, separate accounts. Because it sounds like two different topics. So I would say separate accounts. So why does it say someone joins my live, but I only see 3 people in the room? Because people will join and swipe right out. Yeah, so just different ways that they're coming into the live. So they're joining and maybe they're just kind of passing through, essentially. Yeah. Do you have to engage for 30 minutes on the FYP or a few videos? Do you have to engage for 30 minutes on FYP or a few videos? FYP is good because that helps with the For You page. That whole overall algorithm is saying this is recommended for you. So that engagement with those videos help TikTok know what you're interested in. The following and the followers are the people who you chose to follow and people who you are friends with. And so those are different because you made a decision to connect with those pages. But For You is what the algorithm is saying is for you, recommended for you. And so when you're engaging with that content or engaging in other content, TikTok takes that as a message to say, this is what you're interested in. And so that happened to me with this page. It said I was interested in shop, and I'm not. But I was doing it because I was setting up my other account. And so I was telling the algorithm in a roundabout way that I am interested in it. So just know everything you do, touch, watch, the algorithm is paying attention. That's a good idea. Yep, watch. Yep. Thanks. What time is your tube tonight? It is going to be in 2 minutes because it's 6:20 now. I'm gonna try to get on and off really quickly. So I'm gonna go over now. That my tablet's about to die here, so I'm gonna go over now. We'll say 2:25. I'm sorry, 6:25. So on the five, I'm gonna get off now. For you page, and now they call it the FYF for you. What's the other F stand for, people? FYF. I saw it recently too, and it's not popping in my head. For your information, so it's FYF. What is that? For your feed. For you feed. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you, friend. Yes, I am, Miss Harris. Thank you so much. You say, your goodness, you're still here. I'm about to come off. I'm about to come off and come back because I'm going to talk about YouTube. So I'm going to go off in 2 minutes, in 1 minute, and then come back. I'll be right back. Um, when you engage with your friends, do you get points or just helping them? When you engage with your friends on their content and videos, you know what? The whole video point thing, it's some discrepancy. It's one of those urban legends. I have not seen it yet where it is a definitive thing that you get points for engaging in people's content. So you never heard me say that from a content perspective. I say it from a live because it literally is in there. It says it. However, I'm going to say this. In my opinion, it must be true because why would it be here and not over there? I just have not seen it yet. So I'm still looking for that, for definitive information that says there's a point system for content. I want somebody to point that out to me. When you search for it in the home screen, you see where it's some AI generated information that speaks to it. But I think that is just based on the algorithm picking up on what people have reported and talked about. So I don't know if that is a definitive answer. I'm going to look in the community guidelines. I'm looking to see if they share it somewhere. I just have not seen that yet. So I do believe it is, though. I find it hard to believe that they have it here and they don't have it in the content. So to me, it makes sense that there's a point system for content. For you feed. Thank you so much, friends. When you engage, okay, yes, that's a yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, all right, friends, I so appreciate you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I felt like I did not answer questions all the way through, but I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m., 4 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Eastern. If you click the bell in my profile, you'll get notifications of when I go live, okay? So I so appreciate you all coming through. We're going to engage again tomorrow. I'm going to give some more information on making sure you guys are ready to go live, okay? All right. You're such a great coach. Thank you so much, Ruth. I appreciate you. Thank you, Doris. Good night. Thank you, Milani. I'll see you tomorrow, friend. All right. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, friends. I appreciate you. Hello. Thank you so much. I am Dr. Pepper and Clara. Hi. um, I'm not going. I'm not gonna joke. Okay, I'm about to move over. I'm about to end this live, and I'm about to start it over again to talk about my YouTube exclusive. I so appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. I will be back. All right, in 1 minute.